In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on July 3, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Chicago White Sox versus Cleveland Guardians. An American League Central rivalry continues to heat up on Wednesday as the Chicago White Sox face off against the Cleveland Guardians. The first game of this series took place on Tuesday, setting the stage for what promises to be an intense matchup. These division rivals have already clashed 7 times this season, with the White Sox surprisingly holding a 4-3 advantage in their head-to-head matchups prior to this series. Chicago starting pitcher, Fed, has faced the Guardians twice this season with varying outcomes. In his April start at Progressive Field, Fed struggled, giving up 3 home runs and issuing 3 walks over 5 innings. Cleveland, boasting a strong 26-9 home record, scores an average of 0.36 more runs per game at Progressive Field compared to their road games. The Guardians are eager to see Gavin Williams, who is making his first start of the season. Williams, who has been sharpening his skills in the minors, is expected to bolster Cleveland's pitching rotation. Facing the low-scoring White Sox lineup in his season debut should provide him with a favorable matchup. Cleveland's dominance at home has been evident all season, as reflected in their impressive 27-9 home record. They managed to secure a walk-off win on Tuesday night and now have high hopes with Gavin Williams on the mound. Despite starting the season late due to injury, Williams is expected to significantly strengthen the Guardians' rotation. Chicago, with a dismal 8-34 road record and ranking as the lowest scoring team in MLB, presents an ideal opponent for Williams' season debut. Thus, the Cleveland Guardians to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. In their 7 meetings this season, the teams have seen the under hit 4 times, with an average of 7.7 runs per game. This trend continues, with the under hitting 82 times across their matchups this season. Although Cleveland has one of the best defenses in the league, playing against Chicago often brings down the overall scoring. Prior to Tuesday night's game, the White Sox had scored 3 runs or fewer in 9 of their last 13 games, while the Guardians had scored 3 runs or fewer in 4 of their last 5 games. Given this is Fed's 3rd encounter with Cleveland, his familiarity with their lineup should help him perform adequately through the first few innings, aiding the cause for a low-scoring game. The under has hit in 6 of the last 10 games between these two teams. Fed is a standout pitcher for the White Sox, holding a 5-3 record on an otherwise struggling team, which highlights his ability to perform well under pressure. Given the White Sox's poor run production, Fed often needs to be near perfect to secure wins. On the other hand, Gavin Williams, despite this being his first start of the season, is not a rookie. With a strong earned run average of 3.29 from last season and at only 24 years old, he is expected to return without much rust. The White Sox have seen the under hit in 5 of their last 7 games, while the Guardians have seen the under in 3 of their last 5. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. The Boston Red Sox will face off against the Miami Marlins in the second game of a 3-game series in South Florida on Wednesday. The Red Sox managed to fend off a sweep by the San Diego Padres with a 4-1 victory on Sunday, after dropping the first 2 games of that series. Currently, Boston sits in 3rd place in the American League East, trailing the leading Baltimore and New York by 8.5 games. Meanwhile, the Miami Marlins suffered a narrow 7-6 defeat to the Philadelphia Phillies on Sunday. Over their last 10 games, the Marlins have alternated between wins and losses and find themselves 25 games behind the first-place team in the National League East. This interleague matchup promises to be an exciting start to Wednesday's MLB action. The Boston Red Sox have been performing well recently, winning 10 out of their last 14 games. They will be up against a Miami team that has struggled on the road, with a disappointing 14-28 record away from home this season. One notable statistic is the performance of Boston's starting pitcher, Brayan Bello, against the Miami lineup. In a sample size of 23 at-bats, Bello has held Miami to a batting line of .174, .208, and .304. Boston's offense has the potential to score heavily in this game, considering their recent form. The Red Sox have won 9 of their last 13 games overall and 6 of their last 7 games on the road. When facing Miami, they have come out on top in 14 of the last 20 matchups. Both teams' pitchers have struggled recently, but Boston's superior offensive capabilities might give them the edge. Boston ranks 7th in batting average and slugging percentage, and 13th in runs scored, while Miami ranks 23rd, 29th, and 29th in these categories, respectively. Boston's Brayan Bello has conceded 22 runs and 35 hits in his last 24 innings, whereas Miami's Trevor Rogers has given up 12 runs in his last 24.1 innings. On the mound, Boston is ranked 8th in team era and 13th in batting average allowed, compared to Miami's 26th in both categories. Therefore, the Boston Red Sox money line is our pick for the full game. Focusing on Boston's offensive performance, they have excelled against left-handed pitchers this season. This game presents a prime opportunity for them to score against Trevor Rogers, who has a 4.87 earned run average and 1.56 WHIP according to Fangraphs. Boston ranks 9th in weighted on base average and 1st in batting average on balls and play against left-handed pitchers this season. Additionally, the current Red Sox roster has an impressive slash line of .400, .600, and .500 against Rogers over 10 at-bats. Boston's offense is expected to thrive in this matchup, with a strong possibility of them exceeding the total runs by themselves. Returning to Brayan Bello, the right-hander struggled significantly in June, posting an 8.25 earned run average and 2.04 WHIP. Although Miami's offense is not particularly formidable, they should manage to score a few runs. The total has gone over in 5 of Boston's last 6 games. Brayan Bello has a 5.55 earned run average, while Trevor Rogers has a 4.87 earned run average. Despite a low-scoring game in Boston's most recent outing, the 5 games prior saw a combined 11 or more runs scored. Therefore, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Cincinnati Reds versus New York Yankees. The Cincinnati Reds are set to face the New York Yankees, with both teams eager to bounce back from recent struggles. The Reds currently hold a 40-45 record and have managed only 4 wins in their last 10 games, placing them second to last in the National League Central Division. On the other hand, the Yankees boast a 54-33 record but have also struggled recently, securing only 3 wins in their last 10 games, which has dropped them to second place in the American League East Division. Despite the Yankees' strong season, the Reds are looking to turn the tide by relying on their ace pitcher. The Reds lineup, featuring players like Elly De La Cruz and Jonathan India, aims to capitalize on Carlos Rodon's recent struggles, as he has given up 20 runs in his last 3 starts. By consistently putting runners on base and delivering solid at-bats, the Reds hope to gain an advantage. Moreover, with Andrew Abbott expected to pitch several strong innings, the Reds plan to hand over the lead to their bullpen to secure the game. While the Yankees are generally favored due to their superior record and home field advantage, their recent performance has been lackluster, disappointing bettors with several losses despite being favorites. In contrast, Andrew Abbott has been reliable this season, whereas Carlos Rodon is coming off a particularly rough June. Given these factors, the value seems to lie with the Reds, making the Cincinnati Reds money line our full game side pick. Regarding the game's total score, New York's offense is expected to generate plenty of runs, although Rodon might concede a few. This season, the Yankees have hit the over 45 times out of 86 games, with a 20-18 record at home. Meanwhile, Cincinnati has hit the over 36 times out of 84 games. Therefore, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.